Hey, it's your boy Sneaky Fox here, back with another video, and today we're going to be going over 5 things of what not to do on night 1 of MLB The Show 25. So as you can see right below the face cam, we are less than 1 day away, which means release night, tomorrow night, tonight, whatever you want to call it here. I will be streaming on Twitch, Sneaky Fox 23YT. If you want to come and stop by, drop a follow there. Make sure to like and subscribe on this video as well. But, I want to go over some tips and tricks that I have done in the past on release nights that have kind of like hindered me, and I want to help you guys stay away from those errors. Alright, so starting off the list, number 1 for what not to do on night 1, I have do not try and build your God Squad night 1. So obviously when you start in the game, you're going to be starting with a bunch of bronzes. You'll have, I think, 1 gold player if you have played the years before, so you get that loyalty player. But honestly, you don't really need too many like good cards in order to grind out like different conquests or stuff like that. When it comes to Team Affinity, in the stream on, it was either last week or sometime earlier this week, I don't remember for sure, but basically they explained where for the team affinities you only need to do 1 moment per team, and you'll get 5,000 team affinity points, which then gives you a silver player from the team affinity. So therefore, if you just do all of those 30 moments, then you'll have a bunch of silvers to put in your team. So it's not like you're going to be at too bad of a disadvantage. Yes, it may take a little bit to get the moments done with some silvers, but at the same time you're getting that silver player back into and putting him in your team, so therefore you're not wasting stubs, because prices are going to be super inflated upon release of the game. And really there's no rush to build the best lineup possible. I mean, I think that's honestly one good thing coming from the from MLB The Show 22 or 23 and 24. Yes, we had power creep in 24, but it wasn't the true power creep that we were used to in 22, 21, and before. So I think just getting that idea of a power creep back, I think that's going to help us get a lot more memories with the lower rated cards, which in an MLB game, that's what you're going to do. You're going to try and build memories. Like in BR, for example, you're gonna remember, hey, I hit a walk-off home run with this gold, Carlos Correa or something like that. So number 2 on the list, I have do not micromanage your marketplace listings. Now, in the last video that I had, I said that you wanted to sell everything that you can from those pre-order packs. However, with that, you don't want to be constantly managing your buy orders and sell orders. Basically what I mean by that is you don't just want to be hovering the market and just saying, oh, well, my order's not the top one for this card, I need to go change that. You just need to set it, relax. If you want to come back and update them maybe like 45 minutes to an hour later, then that would be fine. But you don't want to constantly try and redo your order and try and make yourself lose stubs. And for that, I'll actually go show what I mean here. So as you can see here, we are on Nathan Uvalde. We have 2 of them here, but let's just say for this example, we have our order in at 1,348 stubs. Well, let's just say someone comes in here, tries to just undercut the market for 1,200. We don't need to come in and, oh, mine's not the most updated, mine's not the lowest price, so I have to go in and change this price here. Because, I mean, you're cutting yourself short probably 100 to 200 stubs with just this order alone. So again, if we extrapolate and do this for 10 or 20 or 50 cards or whatever, you're going from just 200 stubs that you're missing out to potentially 2,000 or 4,000 or even up to 10,000 stubs if you do those like 200 for 50 cards. So every little bit adds up. Basically, set it and forget it, as Anne Armstrong says. So number 3 that I have on my list for what not to do night 1 on MLB The Show 25 is to not use your stubs or not spend them on packs or bundles. So, yes, prices are going to be inflated. However, they're going to be resetting the pack odds back to 1 in 50 chance for the standards, and then I believe it's a 1 in 15 chance for ball and habit packs. So let's just say you go in and you spend 75,000 stubs on a 50 bundle. Yes, you are relatively, the odds you're supposed to get a diamond, but odds, they don't always play out. And even if you do get a diamond, I think on release, more likely than not, you're going to get a lower rated diamond. So I'd probably 87, 88, maybe. I guess an 88 if you're lucky, but probably closer to 85, 86, something like that. So even then, that's 10,000 stubs. So right there, you already, you're still in the hole about 50 to 60,000 stubs, potentially, if you sell everything else. So honestly, I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, you could get lucky, but the odds are basically against you there. So number 4 on my list, I have do not flip diamond cards. Yes, there are going to be larger margins, but that's just high risk, high reward. And at this point in the game, and just based on my history with flipping diamonds, 99% of the time, in that first week or so, it's not going to be worth it. Yes, you may get lucky, and there might be a good margin, the cards are moving fast. I personally like to stick with stuff that is more dependable, so that's going to be your silvers. Golds, I'm a little iffy on. Gold equipment, that's been consistent in the past. So it's just a matter of what you're comfortable with. Are you willing to risk it on diamond cards that are going to be moving slower, the prices are a little more volatile, or are you going to go with something that is more consistent but a smaller profit margin? And I have thought about a counterpoint to this. Again, margins are larger, but the prices can change relatively quickly, so they can, let's just say there's an 85 or an 86 diamond that's buy now is 15K. Well, next thing you know, people are trying to flip it, and the buy now goes all the way down to 12K. So then, your margins right there, that's down 3K plus that 10%. So, you're looking at potential 3,300 subs that you are missing out on. And if you get lucky and buy when it's in the valley area, and then hold on to it a little bit, prices go back up, maybe you can get a little lucky then. That's not something I am. That's not a risk that I'm willing to take here. So again, if you want to do it, more props to you. But me personally, I'm gonna be sticking with something that is a little more consistent. So number 5 on my list for what not to do night 1 on MLB The Show 25. I have do not try and complete the live series collections, and that's not just for the entire thing, that's for each individual team. Do not try and finish one team on there. Counterpoint, I understand that with Team Affinity, you get, for that live series collection, you can collect it for 20,000 Team Affinity points for the program. I don't think it's worth it early game, because even the bronzes and silvers, their prices are gonna be inflated. So therefore, the value of the collection rewards, I don't think the prices that we're gonna be paying on night 1 for the silvers or the bronzes, that's not gonna be worth it for when you are trying to complete the Team Affinity. For that, I would try and wait until after early access has expired, maybe even a week after the game. Depends on how many stubs you have as well. So I mean, if you are feeling comfortable with trying to get the team done, and maybe your favorite team, if you're a fan of Tampa Bay Rays or Miami Marlins, maybe you want the live series collection to join your team. I mean, more power to you. Depends on how comfortable you are, how many stubs you have, what you're feeling in that current moment. But yeah, again, I just think the Live Series cars are going to be more expensive than they have in years past, mainly the past 2 years. I think that the value of the cards, of the Live Series or the Live Series collection cards, they're not going to be worth how many stubs you're going to have to be paying for them early on. If you want to go and try and get that Team Affinity progress, then more power to you. It all depends on how comfortable you are with your stub roll and how quickly you're able to make stubs. But those are my 5 things of what not to do on night 1 for MLB The Show 25. Like, comment, subscribe, and anything that I would have with the channel is greatly appreciated. And again, I'm going to be live on Twitch for release night tonight, SneakyFox23 YT. But that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.